The algorithm does not understand your family values. It does not know your child's sensitivity. It does not know that your child has nightmares after scary videos. It does not know that your child is only 7. Because shorts before bedtime are like giving the brain a disco party and then asking it to sleep politely. So the answer is not panic, the answer is presence. YouTube Shorts and streamers. What parents should watch out for. Hi, and welcome back to CyberPapa. This is part 2 of our episode about YouTube instead of television. In part 1, we talked about why children often prefer YouTube creators, streamers, shorts, and online videos over traditional cartoons. We talked about choice, immediate access, endless recommendations, creators who feel personal, short videos that never seem to stop, and streams that feel like live events. Now let's talk about the next question. What should parents watch out for? And more importantly, what can parents actually do? Now let's talk about risks. The first risk is the algorithm. Children may start with something innocent. A cartoon, a song, a game tutorial, a funny animal video, but often a few recommendations they can end up somewhere completely different. Sometimes the content becomes louder, more extreme, more emotional, more scary, more inappropriate, more commercial. The algorithm does not understand your family values. It does not know your child's sensitivity. It does not know that your child has nightmares after scary videos. It does not know that your child is only 7. It learns attention. What keeps the child watching? What gets clicked? What gets repeated? And this is why parents should not rely only on recommendations. The second risk is influence. A creator can shape how a child speaks, what they find funny, what they want to buy, what they think is normal, and how they behave. Sometimes that influence is harmless. A child starts saying a funny phrase, sometimes it is positive, a child becomes interested in science or art, but sometimes it is not great. A child copies rude language, a child becomes obsessed with products, a child wants expensive equipment, a child thinks everything must be dramatic, loud and filmed. A child starts comparing their normal life to someone's edited life. And that brings us to the third risk, comparison. Creators often show nice rooms, expensive setups, gaming chairs, lights, microphones, holidays, clothes, gadgets, perfect desks, perfect meals, perfect everything. And children may not understand that they are watching a selected version of life, not the whole life. They see the result of the production. They see the edited room, not the mess outside of the frame. They see the new gadget, not the sponsored deal. They see the fun, not the work. Then they may look at their own life and think, why don't I have this? Why is my room not like that? Why is my phone older? Why is my life boring? This can affect mood and self-esteem. And again, this does not mean every creator is bad. It means children need help understanding what they are seeing. The fourth risk is advertising. Many children do not clearly recognize advertising, sponsorship, product placement, affiliate links, or influencer marketing. A creator may say, this game is amazing, this toy is the best, this app changed my life. This chair is a must-have. and the child may believe that is a personal recommendation. But sometimes it is paid promotion, sometimes it is sponsorship, sometimes it is a gift, sometimes it is marketing disguised as a friendship. Parents should explain this clearly. A simple sentence can help. Sometimes creators recommend products because they are paid to do it. That does not always mean the product is bad, but it means we should think before we want to buy it. That is an important lesson, not just for the children. By the way, adults also need to learn this lesson. Because let's be honest, we have all bought something because a person on the internet said, "This changed my life." And then it arrived and it was basically a plastic thing that now lives in a drawer. So what is the biggest mistake parents make? The biggest mistake is treating YouTube like television. A parent thinks, I put on a video, but actually the children entered an interactive environment with recommendations, comments, creators, advertising, live streams, shorts, and endless next videos. This is not the same as the cartoon episode. It requires different parenting, not necessarily stricter, but more aware. So, what can parents do? Here are some practical steps. Step 1. Watch together sometimes, not all the time. You do not need to become a full-time assistant to your child's YouTube career, but from time to time sit down and ask, show me what you like watching. And then, very important, do not start with criticism. Do not say, what is this nonsense? Because that closes the conversation immediately. If your child shows you a favorite creator and your first reaction is, this is stupid. Your child learns one thing, do not show dad or mom what I watch. So start with curiosity. Ask, why do you like this creator? Why is this funny? What is this channel about? Do they post every day? Do you watch the topic or do you watch the person? Does anything there ever scare you? Does anything there make you feel bad? These questions are powerful. They help you understand and they help the child think. Step 2. Separate chosen watching from endless scrolling. This is very important. Watching one chosen video is different from scrolling shorts for 40 minutes. They are not the same activity. So instead of saying only you can watch YouTube, try to be more specific. For example, you can watch 2 videos from the channels we agreed. Or you can watch 1 tutorial. Or you can watch the new episode from this creator. But no endless shorts before bedtime. Because shorts before bedtime are like giving the brain a disco party and then asking it to sleep politely. The brain says, no, thank you. I am still watching a man fell into a pool for 7th time. Step 3. Create an approved list of channels. For younger children, it can be better to help them choose trusted channel than to leave everything to random recommendations. You can subscribe to channels together. You can remove channels that are too loud, too aggressive, too commercial, or not age appropriate. You can say, these are the channels we are comfortable with. This does not have to be perfect, but it's better than letting the algorithm to be the only guide. Step 4. Turn off autoplay. Autoplay is small but powerful. When autoplay is on, the platform decides what comes next. When autoplay is off, the child has to make a decision. That little pause matters. It creates a moment to ask, do I really want to watch more? Of course, some children will still click more. Children are children. If children always made perfect decisions, parenting would be a very short hobby. But turning off autoplay helps. Step 5. Set time limits. Use parental control on iPhone and iPad. You can use screen time. You can set up limits for YouTube Kids, browsers, TikTok, Twitch, and other apps. You can set downtime. You can block apps at certain times. You can use age restrictions. But remember, controls are support. They are not the whole solution. The best parental control is not only a setting, it is a habit, a conversation, and a relationship. Settings help, but children also need to understand why the limits exist. If the rules is only because I said so, the child may obey when you are watching and look for workarounds when you are not. But if the rule is explained, your brain needs rest before sleep. Shorts make it harder to stop. We want YouTube to be something you choose, not something that controls your evening. Then the child has a better chance of learning self-control. Step 6. Create YouTube free times and places. For example, no YouTube at meals, no YouTube in bed, no YouTube before school, no YouTube during family conversations, no YouTube 1 hour before sleep. The exact rules depend on the family, but there should be some protected spaces, because if YouTube is available everywhere, it slowly enters everything: breakfast, homework, bathroom, car, bed, restaurant, grandma's birthday, even those 5 seconds when the child is slightly bored. And boredom is not always a problem. Sometimes boredom is the place where imagination starts. If every quiet moment gets filled with a screen, children may lose the chance to learn what to do with their own thoughts. And yes, I know a bored child can be intense. A bored child can ask questions like, why is the sky blue? What happens if I lick this? Can I cut my own hair? So I understand why the screen is tempting, but still, boredom matters. Step 7. Talk about ads and influencers. Do not assume children understand this. This is simply, some creators make money when the people watch. Some creators get paid to talk about products. Some links are advertisements. Just because someone says a product is amazing does not mean we need it. You can even make it a game. When watching together, ask, is this entertainment information or advertising? Sometimes the answer will be all three. And that is a very modern answer. Step 8. Check how your child feels after watching. This is often more important than the exact moment. Ask, are you calmer after watching or more angry? Do you feel inspired or do you feel worse? Can you stop easily or is it always a fight? Do you sleep well after watching this? A channel that looks harmless may still overstimulate your child. Another channel may be genuinely educational and calming. Watch the effect, not only the title. Now let's talk about YouTube Kids. Is YouTube Kids the solution? It can help, especially for younger children. It gives parents more control. It can reduce some risks. It can be useful, but it's not magic. It's not a digital babysitter with a PhD in child psychology. It is still a platform. Parents should still check what children watch. You can use approved content mode. You can review history. You can block channels. You can set time limits. But do not think I installed YouTube Kids, so now everything is safe forever. That would be nice, but parenting apps do not replace parenting. They support parenting, and that is a big difference. Now I want to give you a simple parent test. Ask yourself 5 questions. Question 1. Do I know which creators my child watches most often? Question 2. Do I know why my child likes them? Question 3. Does my child watch specific videos or mostly scroll endlessly? Question 4. Does YouTube appear before sleep? Question 5. Can my child stop watching without a big emotional explosion? If you answer I don't know to most of these specific questions, do not panic. This does not mean you are a bad parent. It means you have a good place to start. Start with one conversation, not a lecture. A conversation. You can say, show me 3 channels you like, and then listen. Really listen. Your child's favorite channels can tell you a lot. What they find funny, what they admire, what they are curious about, what they want to learn, what kind of energy attracts them. Maybe they love gaming, maybe they love animals, maybe they love science, maybe they love funny reactions. Maybe they love people who are confident because they are trying to become more confident themselves. This is information free. This is the information there. And if you approach it with curiosity, not judgment, your child may actually let you into their digital world. That is important. Because the digital world is now part of childhood. We cannot guide children through a world we refuse to understand. We do not need to love every YouTuber. We do not to understand every meme. We do not need to know why someone says bro 12 times in one sentence. But we should know enough to guide our children. So let's summarize. Children prefer YouTube and creators over traditional television for several reasons. It is immediate, it is personalized, it is endless, it is social, it feels real, it feels personal. It allows children to follow people, not just programs. It gives them the choice, community, humor, learning, and entertainment. But with that comes risk. Algorithms, endless scrolling, influence, advertising, comparison, overstimulation, difficulty stopping. So the answer is not panic, the answer is presence. Know what your child watches, know who speaks to your child. Watch together sometimes, turn off autoplay, set limits. Create screen-free time. Talk about advertising. Help your child choose good channels, and most importantly, keep the conversation open. Because today, a parent does not need to know every cartoon, but a parent should know some of the creators who speak to their child every day. Let me say that again. You do not need to know every video your child watches, but you should know the voices that regularly enter your child's mind. That may sound dramatic, but it's true. If someone is funny, loud, emotional, confident, and present in your child's life every day, that person has influence. So be curious, ask questions, sit together, listen, laugh a little, maybe suffer through one Minecraft video. This is the price of modern parenting. Our parents had to step on Lego. We have to listen to YouTuber shouts, let's go! Fair is fair. And here is your small task for today. Ask your child, show me one creator you really like. Then ask, what do you like about them? Do not judge the first answer. Just listen. That one conversation may teach you more about your child's digital life than any parental control setting. And if you want more practical tips about kids, phones, YouTube, games, AI, and digital parenting, follow CyberPapa. Because we are not here to panic about technology. We are here to raise smart digital citizens. See you in the next episode. Bye.